It's here. The package finally arrived. So when I got into riding fixed gear about a decade ago, the first frame that I bought was a really cheap frame, and then my second frame was a custom frame, which wasn't cheap, but it wasn't good quality. And then my third frame, my third bicycle, was a San Rensho or a 3 Rensho. And so after I had ridden that bicycle for about a year, I started looking around again for another bike, and I had my eyes on this bike in particular, and it was really nice. It was a black one, and I remember that I really wanted that bike, but as I was asking around, friends told me that that bike had already been in a crash and there was a dent in it, and that it was resprayed, and previously it was pink, etc., etc., etc. And so after thinking long and hard, I decided to pass on this frame. Now this frame is one in particular that I actually really wanted. I loved everything about it, from the tubes to everything else. Basically, you'll see here in a little bit, right? And so I really wanted it, and so although I regretted not getting that, I really wish I would have about a decade ago, or almost a decade ago. Now fast forward, I don't know, 7-8 years now, right? 7-8 years later, I see another frame that comes for sale, and so this is only the second frame that I've seen that has come for sale. And so I was thinking about it for a little bit, and then all of a sudden I passed on it again, because I was just at that time, I didn't have money, and so I was like, all right, whatever, right? And then come to this year, right? In the spring of this year, 2021, I was just looking through eBay, and of course, as I was looking through that, I saw this frame again. Now it's a different frame, but it's the same kind of frame, and so I was like super excited to see it. It was a little bit different, but I was like, man, I need to get this thing. And so I emailed the seller, and the seller and I, we were emailing each other back and forth. And after a bit, I was like, oh man, this is a little expensive, of course, because this is a pretty rare frame. And so we couldn't come up with a price that we both agreed on or liked. And so I sat on it for a bit, and then all of a sudden the seller takes off the post. And so of course that means that he probably sold it to someone else. And he did. And so some months later, I emailed him again, just thinking, right? It's been going to my head over and over and over again. Just kind of like what could have been. And so I emailed him, and he told me that it was actually it was from the United States, but it was shipped and sent and bought by someone in Germany. So someone in Germany has it now, and so I was kind of bummed out about it until about a week ago. As a matter of fact, it was 5 days ago. And so 5 days ago, I was just looking, and I was going through this website, and I wasn't thinking of anything, and all of a sudden, lo and behold, there was this frame for sale. And I took a quick glance, I clicked on it, and I took a quick glance at all the photos, make sure that there were no dents or anything on it. It looked really good, although it's a little bit pricey. I was like, I'm gonna pull the trigger on it, and so I did. And so as I was checking it out, basically my hands were literally shaking, because I was afraid that someone else, somewhere else in the world, was doing the same thing I was, inputting my information, trying to get this frame to them, basically. And so I was doing it, and lo and behold, I was able to purchase this frame. And so I'm super excited to share with you this frame. I've been waiting almost a decade, ever since I started riding fixed gear, for this frame. And so it's come and gone about 3 times in my life, and I wouldn't let it slip off my hands again this time. And so without further ado, let's go to the new frame day, and let's go with the unboxing. Alright, so this is the box right here. I ordered from this website called NJS Export, and that's the front, of course, and here's the back of it. This is my first time actually ordering from them. I've known of them for as long as I can remember, but this is actually the first time that I've ever ordered from them because they finally have a frame that I actually want. And so I did that, and of course with it, this is the box that they send out with the frame. Honestly, I've had probably about close to a dozen frames or bicycles that have been sent to me, and I've never once received one that's wrapped in plastic. So this is new to me, and so this is extra, in my opinion, just extra care on their part. So kudos to NJS Export for doing that. And so let's go ahead and open up again on the outside. Just looking at it, overall, I feel like shipping has been great as far as what it looks like on the outside and how they've put this box together. So let's go ahead and open it up.
A few minutes later.
So I have, this is how it's wrapped in a blue styrofoam and some more styrofoam. Not the best job. Well, I can't really say yet. I don't know if you see it yet, folks, but I'm excited just looking at this. Wow. So again, they have styrofoam on styrofoam over here. Oh, they do have an axle here to hold over here, so that's good. I can see that. Let's go ahead and chop this up.
5 minutes later.
Are you ready for this? Well, let's go. This is the reveal of my frame that I've been waiting for almost 10 years now. Let's go. There we go. Take all this off. Look at that. Isn't she a beauty? Look at this. Let me just do initial inspections. Just go in and looking at it. If you don't know what this frame is, this frame is a Makino. If you don't know about Makino, Makino was a frame builder at Sean Renshaw or 3 Renshaw back in the 70s and 80s and 90s. But of course, ever since ever since Sean Renshaw disbanded in the late 90s, he went and he started doing his own thing. And so he runs his own shop now. And of course, the other folks that were with him, the main builders, are Koichi Yamaguchi, who's also building Yamaguchi bicycles in the States and Rifle, Colorado. And then, of course, there was the master, Yoshi Kono, who's, of course, not building frames any longer. But this is it, good people. This is the Makino Aero TT, also known as the Ultra Record. And so this frame supposedly was built for the 2000 Olympics. I don't know if it was ever used in the Olympics, but it is a thing of beauty. And so let me give you guys some detail shots. All right, so we're going in for some close-up shots so that you will get a better look at this frame. I'm pretty sure after you look at it in details, you have a whole lot more appreciation for this frame and what it is. And of course, again, Makino is really well known in the Japanese Kirin circuit. He makes a lot of Kirin frames, and those are the very common ones that are on NJS Export. But this one, ladies and gents, this one is pretty darn rare. To my knowledge, and from what I know, there's less than 10 in the world at the moment that I know of, including this one. And so take it for what it is. There might be some that are out there that, you know, people have just kind of holding and they're just waiting. I don't know, it's just sitting rusting in someone's basement or something like that. But let's take a closer look, all right, so that you can appreciate this thing for what it's worth. So we'll start with the head tube up here. And so the head tube, it does come with the headset and a bottom bracket. Both of them are had a Swan. And so, you know, top of the line basically for NJS headsets. But as you guys can see here, along the head tube and this over here, the seat tube, and even down here towards the bottom bracket, they all have the gussets here. And so that's what's pretty unique and awesome about it. They remind me of the 3 Rensho, the what they call the bat lugs or the modulos, and so it's very similar to that. But this one, of course, it has kind of a diamond-shaped pipes right here. Steel, it's all steel, and so for its time, I'm sure it was pretty interesting, pretty new, especially for steel. You usually have aluminum or carbon shaped like this, and it's not really steel, but as you guys can see here, it's pretty cool how it's kind of meshes well with the head tube there. This is the Aero fork right here. Now, I think personally, in my opinion, I think the Columbus Max fork the Samsung is really well known for, will look phenomenal on this bike. I don't know, I'll be on the lookout for it, and if there's one available, I might purchase one just to see how it would look like. But just some close-ups right here on how it looks like. It is 120 in the rear. The seat stay right here, it does curve a little bit. There is a bend to it, and I think it was made specifically for that. It's done like that on purpose. So again, if you look at it, it's not straight. It's a little bent, and so that's pretty unique as well. This is the back side of the BB right here. It is a little dirty. I will have to clean it, but whatever, it is what it is. Looks good, looks great. Again, the tubing is awesome as well, and the right here it is 27.2, and the brake bridge in the back right here, it's a double brake bridge right here. That's pretty awesome. It looks really cool. And then goes to the back over here. Let me see if are these, no, they're not. I was hoping they would be super ends. You don't know what super ends are. They were very popular, top of the line for Sean Renshaw, and I've seen one of these, just one of these on the internet somewhere, where they have the super end ends there. So there you have it. That's my frame. All right, so I just want to give you just really quick my review on NJS Export. That's who I bought this frame from, and they're not sponsoring me or anything, so this is just my personal opinion. It doesn't reflect anyone else but myself and my experience with them so far. And so let me go ahead and start off first with the product of NJS Export. Now, of course, this is a used frame, and it is also 21 years old. And so, you know, you do expect it to have a few paint chips here and there. And as a matter of fact, on the NJS Export website, you know, anytime you click on a bike frame or anything like that, they'll have a little snippet there. They'll tell you the year, all the measurements, right, and all that, so that you have a precise measurement on what kind of bike you're getting, how big it is, whether or not it fits you, the standover height, and a short description actually telling you a little bit about this frame, whether or not it has dents and or it just has paint chips or whatnot, right? And so they did mention on their website for this particular bike that it does have a few paint chips here and there, but they're very small. And so again, there's one right here, and it's tiny. You know, I can live with it. That's okay. It's not a big deal to me. And so again, it's really good, and really just for them to have this frame on sale on their website. Take my money. Take my money. Right? That's it. Whatever. It's all good. Right? It's all good. Because I've been looking again everywhere for this frame. And so, product quality, I can't say it from what they said on their behalf on their website to the product itself. I would say out of 5 stars, I would give them 5 out of 5. All right, 5 out of 5, honestly. Again, I've never used them before. This is my first time. I visit the website occasionally just to kind of see what's available, see what's there. Usually it's just, you know, frames, and I usually just go look at the colorways, right, of these frames, etc., etc. But to have this on there and to have it in my possession now, and to have it in this pristine condition, given their word as well, again, 5 out of 5, all right, on the product. Let's go to shipping now, right? Of course, shipping is the next thing, and customer service, basically. I would say that with customer service, you know, I did have a question with them. On the website, there is a little chat box so you can chat with them. Basically, you say something, and then it's kind of like an automated response. But I was surprised because they actually got to me about an hour after I've said something about my shipment as well. I was just kind of curious whether or not it actually worked, right? That little chat box. And so it actually does work, and they actually do get back to you. And so that's really neat, you know, and they got back to me again within an hour. And so that's actually really, really good there. But customer service, again, with that, it's really good. No problems there. And with shipment especially as well. So I'll go ahead and tell you guys this right now. The cost for shipment to Hong Kong, so of course NJS Export is located in Japan. I believe it's Kanagawa, so right by Tokyo. And I'm currently living in Hong Kong, and so, you know, that is quite a ways there. A flight there is probably about 5 hours, I believe, give or take. And so, you know, it is international shipping as well. And so, you know, I got on, and they shipped it to me. It only cost $78, 78 USD, 78 USD to ship a frame from Japan to Hong Kong. And so that's actually pretty darn good, honestly. I shipped frames, I've shipped complete bikes, I've shipped bike parts, like, in the past, and you know, I've never shipped a frame by itself overseas for that cheap. Never, right? From the States to wherever. And so shipping, you know, being able to ship something from Japan to Hong Kong for less than $100, that's really good. But you know what else is better than the price itself? The 2-day shipping. Yes, it only took 2 days to ship from Japan to Hong Kong. Now, of course, some people might say, well, yeah, of course, you know, that's only a 5-hour flight, so 2 days is kind of a gimme, right? It's like shipping something from New York to LA or something like that, right? Just cross country. But if you consider the situation that we're in right now as well, with all these slow international movements, right? All these things that were put in place in different countries. I mean, I can't complain. I cannot complain. It is really, really good. 2-day shipping, $78. Ship it over here. I get this in 2 days. Now, I will say I didn't get this in 2 days actually, because it was supposed to get here on Saturday. They shipped it on Thursday. I bought it on Wednesday. They shipped it on Thursday. I was supposed to get it on Saturday, but I got it on Monday instead. And why did I not get it on Saturday? It was actually because Saturday here in Hong Kong, we had what's called a T8. That's a typhoon number 8. And of course that meant that a lot of things were closed, basically, and you're recommended not to go out, basically. And so it's kind of like a snow day for those of you guys that have snow, or I don't know, what do you do when it gets too hot? A Sunday? Huh. Anyways, that's what happened. And so, of course, the delay happened, and then I had to wait. Sunday's not a non-working day, and then, of course, Monday today, I got this thing. And so, again, shipping is really good. And so, you put all of that, right? And you put all of that into consideration. Man, I would say shipping out of 5 stars, I would give it 5 out of 5 stars as well. So, the product, amazing, as told, as described on their website. Even better in person, in my opinion. 5 stars, right? Shipping, 5 stars. Customer service, 5 stars, I would say. They got back to me really quick. 5 stars. And so I really can't complain. And I would highly recommend NJS Export to anyone. If they treated me like this, a first time buyer, long time lurker, right? I'm sure they would treat you the same way as well. And so they seem like really great people. They work fast, they do their business fast, and I appreciate that. I like that a lot. And so there you go. You heard it from me. That's my take. That's my review on NJS Export. If you go there, hopefully you'll find the frame of your dreams, like me, of course. But if not, you can always just go there to look at pretty colors of pretty frames. That's it, I'm done. I'm out. Stick around. Come back and visit often. Like, subscribe, pay attention to it. The next video that I'm going to do is probably just going to be one about this frame, and I'll probably clean it, wipe it down, and then give it a good service. So I'm going to service the headset and the bottom bracket. Just make sure they're greased and ready to go for whenever I find the parts for this frame. And so again, thank you so much for watching my new frame day review of the frame and my review of NJS Export. Have a good one, good people. Peace.